After a grueling 20 hours in the plane with a non-stop movie marathon, we landed in Sydney and immediately jumped into our backwards rental car and started out down the wrong side of the road. It took a little getting used to, but we got it. So we headed north of Sydney to meet up with a legend in the water sports industry. A man by the name of Fred Williams has been making wooden water skis for over 50 years. He's now the only manufacturer anywhere in the world making wakeboards entirely out of wood. We had to stop by and check this out.
Now, Freddie, I look around and I see a lot of really old skis with your name on it. What can you tell me about some of these wooden planks up on the wall?
Oh, gee, they go back 50 years. 50 years, probably more.
There must be some stories along with all these skis, hey?
There's a lot of stories there. Take that one up there. It's a far different cry to the ones of nowadays. We started with that whole thing up there.
That looks like a pretty straight piece of wood. Is that one of your early skis up there?
It looks like a piling of a fence, doesn't it? That's one of the earlier ones. We all learned on them, and it was a lot of fun. Probably a lot more fun than they're having now. We consider this the first fiberglass ski ever built in the world. It was built in 1956. I made a mistake. I put the edge, a very sharp edge on the bottom, and I should have put display on the bottom. Now, when you ski, you could ski on it beautifully. It skied lovely, a straight line, and you could slalom a bit with it. But if you laid over on it, you couldn't get back up.
Oh,
the
really?
water would hold you there, and you'd be laying nearly on the water, and you had to let go. And we used to have a lot of fun, put blokes on this and say, "Go on, have a lay over on it," you know. That's made out of solid ash. That'd be 45-year-old, that. We used to try everything out.
Because I guess if it didn't work, you just take it back to the saw and make something else.
Yeah.
A bench, a chair. What's that there, a trick ski?
This is the trick ski we made. We made these for Brucey Coburn. He was the first bloke to really show tricks, 360s and hand-to-hands and all that sort of thing.
So I guess that's one of the early trick skis which eventually led to one of the first wakeboards.
Yep. Well, trick skiing is the grassroots of wakeboarding, really. In those days, people didn't want to change from wood to fiberglass.
Yeah.
Now, they don't want to change from fiberglass to wood, see?
Okay.
Although I always maintain wood's got a memory, it'll work for you.
Yeah. So from the early laminate skis, it looks like you've developed into this more modern-looking wood construction ski. You're the only water ski manufacturer still making the skis out of wood.
Yep.
In the world?
Yep. They're still popular. They still perform well.
Now, are you making wakeboards out of wood as well?
Yeah, we make a wakeboard in wood, and we make a composite collection of it. We use carbon glass and a Pledgesil foam core and veneers, and they come up really nice. They look nice. And they've got a bit of life in them, you know. We start off with veneer like this, and it comes in sheets. It's peeled off the log like this.
You get a log that's this big, that wide?
Or you get a log that's that round.
And you grow those out the back?
No, they come from up the top of Queensland. It comes here and we cut it to size through this machine.
So now, Freddie, this is what you end up with after you've sliced the big sheet? And that's what you would layer the ski or the wakeboard or whatever out of?
Yeah, and we come out with, it comes out like that, and this comes down and it makes up into a pack like that there. Only we put crossbands between all that, and that's a crossband there, see how flimsy it is?
So then you put all the layers of plywood and glue
It's all in there.
from there into the mold?
This comes down.
And it's heated?
There's about 6 ton on that.
6 tons?
And it's heated.
Holy smokes. Did you ever, put a quarter or something in there just for fun? 25-cent piece?
Not really. And it comes through the rest of the process. It's sanded off, goes into the spray booth, all the silk screening's done, everything like that, and then it's finished. It's got to have another sand and another coat of clear, but that's how it comes out.
Well, that was really fascinating back there, Fred.
Yeah, well, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, what have you got there?
These are the faces we make up. These are our wakeboard decks.
So that's just the last layer in the ply then? You've got all the regular plies?
It's for decorative purposes only.
Right.
And this one here is the top of the line, and we use carbon glass on the bottom, which we make ourselves. We put all that's in the glass, that design. We call it the woodpecker. pledgis or foam core in the middle, and then you've got your veneers in plywood veneers.
So what's the benefit of using something like carbon graphite?
It gives it plenty of elasticity, you know, plenty of spring, doesn't break, and when you hit the wash, it'll send you up nicely, and when you land, it's soft, doesn't
Nice
bounce you out of your binders.
That's a gorgeous looking wakeboard.
Well, it's different. We're the only people who do this, I'd say, anywhere.
Well, Fred, I really appreciate you showing us around the factory and this gorgeous looking wakeboard here with the metallic paint. Like, that's an amazing looking graphic. Can't wait to try it out on the water.
Just because we're old-fashioned doesn't mean to say we're not up with the program now. We still can make and keep up with the rest of the world on the new products.
Definitely. Well, we're gonna head out to the water and give this a shot. Are you gonna come out with us?
I'll come, but I'll drive the boat.
Thanks for your time, Fred.
Pleasure.